Hey, family, friends, saints, and ain'ts. Happy Thursday. This is what I call Radiant Rap. Why? Because we talk about things to help us live a radiant life. We rap about those things. And the radiant is an acronym for rest, activity awareness, diet, introspection, which includes our prayer and meditation, our agua for water, note taking, our journaling, our tracking of our days and calendars, all that. And then T is for training of our mind and body. That's the goal during the brief time, 10 minutes, sometimes 15, a little bit more, but tonight it might even be 5, but it's the 16th of January. And so we're 16 days into 2025. On this day, there's a lot of things that occur during this month, which is including Thyroid Awareness Month, Glaucoma Awareness Month, National Blood Donor Month. And specifically today is one thing I thought was cool. It's the comic strip in 1939, I believe it was. Darn, I should have wrote that down. I believe it was 1939, Superman debut, the comic strip, okay? Dian Fossey, who was an anthropologist and zoologist, the one that was around the apes all the time. I know you saw her. She was born in 1932. And another one I thought was important observance for today is it is National Without a Scalpel Day. National Without a Scalpel Day. That one kind of stood out to me. In 1964, Charles Dotter is his name, he was a surgeon that did the first angioplasty, which is he opened up blocked blood vessels in the leg and didn't have to do evasive surgery. And, the patient didn't have to lose a leg and was able to just walk out of the hospital. And why that is significant today is because it's progressed to minimal invasive image guided procedures. So whenever we need to have something done, if possible, we want to have those minimal invasive surgeries. I don't know. It was kind of cool to me. I've got a couple friends who are surgeons. They got the scalpel, and I've got a daughter that's going to be a surgeon. And so, they know how to cut when they need to. But when, of course, as the patients, we don't have to be cut on. We don't want to be cut on. So I thought that was important. And one other birthday today that stuck out for me was that everyone would know is Debbie Allen's birthday. If you don't know Debbie Allen, look her up because she is arguably one of the greatest dancers, choreographers of our time. She was born in 1950. Okay, so let's get to it. What's right for you regarding exercise? What is the right thing to do? You hear this, you hear that, and there'll be opinions that differ from what I'm going to say today. But do you have an idea of what is adequate for you or what you should be doing, how much time you need to do exercise? And do you even feel like you have enough time to exercise? Those are the questions that I wanted to real briefly look at. So firstly, most important is make sure that you have the clearance from your healthcare provider before you do any exercise. That is very important. And then secondly, ideally, you will find things that you like to do. Now, I say that loosely because some people don't like to do any type of exercise. They, just don't think that anything is enjoyable when it comes to exercise. Hopefully, prayerfully, I can persuade you to reconsider, even if you don't like a thing, to be open to do it because of the benefits. Okay? Exercise helps you to manage stress. How about that? It helps you to sleep better. How about that? It helps you to manage your vitals, like your blood sugar level, your blood pressure, your heart, your circulation. So exercise has benefits even if you don't particularly like it. However, there's a whole slew of activities that you can look at to find something that you like. In the cardiovascular world, so you can get your heart rate up, and in terms of stretching and strength training, resistance training. Okay, so let's just talk about some numbers really quickly, okay? Really quickly. It is recommended that you have 150 minutes per week of moderate activity. 150. Now, that might sound like a lot. I said minutes. So that's just a little over 60 minutes? That's less than 3 hours. So people that like to exercise, that's not in a week. That's what you want to do cardiovascularly. If you're doing moderate exercise, it's even less. It's just a little over an hour. If you're doing vigorous exercise, it's 75 minutes. So write it down, or come back and revisit this so you can write these numbers down. That is what is recommended. 150 minutes per week, or 75 minutes if it's vigorous exercise. Okay. That is the same as the 150 minutes of moderate exercise. That's 50 minutes, less than an hour, 3 times a week. Okay. Or it's 30 minutes, a half hour, 5 times a week. Okay. Moderate intensity, where you get your heart rate up a little bit, but you're not going into the vigorous activity, where you can still talk, but you kind of are sounding like this, but you do get your heart rate up. And then 180 minus your age, if you're looking at your heart rate, if you have a Fitbit or an iWatch or some type of app that is tracking your heart rate, you can do that math. I know it's a little bit of math heavy, but it's easy math, okay? So 180 minus your age is typically the maximum that you want your heart rate to be when you are exercising. So you also want to know what that number is, okay? Especially if you're not sure about what is good for you. And even easier is just knowing in your mind, I am working, not too little, not too much. That'd be like moderate. I'm working hard, but I can take it. I'm going to need to stop soon. Or I need to stop right now. That's too much. Like, I can't take another step. I can barely breathe. I'm hurting. Any things like that. You're doing too much. You got to back off. Okay. So let me just real quick before we go say this. Every day, there's 24 hours in a day. Let's say there's 8 of them that we use for sleep. that'd be great. Even 7. A lot of people aren't getting that much sleep. We need that. That's another conversation for another day. That leaves you with 16 hours. Okay. All right. So let's say 3 full meals. You actually want to take a whole hour of time to eat and chill. So that's 3 hours. So that leaves you 13 hours. So you've taken out 3 for food. So now you have 13 left. If you're still working a full-time job, you've got 8 hours you're working. Let's give you another 2 if you're traveling or if you're doing extra work, right? It's 10 hours. That still gives you 3 hours in a day. And what I said was, it's recommended that you work out 30 minutes 5 times a week or 50 minutes 3 times a week, just minimally. Those of you that need to get your bodies moving, okay? That is for the heart activity. That's for the cardiovascular work. It could be swimming. It could be walking at a brisk pace. It could be, of course, running. It could be dancing. Oh, if you do a Zumba, you can really, that's a vigorous workout, depending on the class that you're doing. You could do a chair workout. You could work out with me. I have a class every day. You can work out. You can work out from a chair in the classes that I offer. And it's just limitless what you can do. Now, in addition to your cardiovascular, it is recommended that you do some strength training. Now, it could be a combination of this, and that's why the HIIT, high intensity interval training, is so popular, because you can get both done in the same workout. Get your heart rate up and get your resistance training. Same. Resistance training can be a whole number of things, even your own body resistance. But as you are, especially as you are aging, as you're, approaching your 40s, your 50s, your 60s and beyond, you really need strength training. Some people that are just running, they need strength training. Some people that are just bulking up, they need some stretching in their lives. So stretching, a little bit of stretching, you could do that a little bit, 5 minutes every day. Or, if you're like me and you like to do more stretching, you could do yoga, you could do Pilates. There's different type of stretching techniques that you can do. And guess what? They all incorporate the same body mechanics, because we all have basically the same muscles, right? So the same muscle groups. All right. That's what my response to the exercise, how much, what is adequate. It depends on you. Everybody is different. Make sure you get your doctor's or your healthcare provider's approval before you do any exercise. And then those are the numbers in terms of minimally what you would like to do. Okay, I didn't see any questions or comments, but remember, you can always comment here, or you can DM me if you are not already following me, liking me, friending me, all the things on the different platforms. And I definitely appreciate your supporting my business. Let me help you. Let me help you. Help me to help you. All right. I think we can, a lot of us anyways, would work really well together. So if you have questions, let me know. And until next time, my friend, you have greatness inside of you. I believe in you, love you, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Bye for now.